Today, Border Patrol Chief Gregory Bovino is already touting dozens of immigration arrests in Charlotte, North Carolina, as Operation Charlotte's Web has been underway. This, as federal immigration agents have come under increased scrutiny over their aggressive tactics and for often being masked and not identifying themselves while out carrying arrests.
But the DHS says.
In a recent letter, Congressman Rob Menendez and Dan Goldman, they've been urging top DHS and ICE officials to make immediate action to ensure federal immigration enforcement officers promptly and clearly identify themselves. Joining us now is Democratic Congressman Rob Menendez of New Jersey. Congressman, good to have you here on the show. First, I guess I want to talk about this new blitz in Charlotte, North Carolina. Even just the name, Charlotte's Web. Yeah. What do you make of this stage of the actions coming from Kristi Noem and DHS, of Bovino and himself, the way that he has carried himself from Chicago now down south? Where are we in this deportation campaign?
It's just going to keep going farther and farther, right? This has been my point since day one. 2 weeks after the president was inaugurated, the first mass raid was in the city of Newark that LaMonica McIver and I represent.
Right.
And we always knew it was never just about the hardened criminals that he said on the campaign trail. Just look at ICE's own data, right? The majority of people being detained and arrested don't have criminal records. So now it's been in Newark, New Jersey, LA, Chicago, Portland. Now it's in Charlotte. The other important thing is they're taking CBP agents, right? So these are not ICE agents. These are people who are supposed to be at our border and moving them. This is happening across DHS. So I would argue that our country is not safer because of what they're doing. We're becoming less safe every single day.
Congressman, go on. What kind of stories
from our own government
hearing from constituents who are calling into your office concerned about family members that might have been ensnared in this?
They're domestic terrorists.
It's terrifying, and I think that's the point of it, right? It is supposed to be terrifying. In Washington Heights this week, there were people who were not even identified with even ICE on their shirts who were running through the streets, taking people out of cars and putting them to unmarked black vehicles, black SUVs, right? That's happening across the country. They are striking fear.
It's out of control. It's fucking out of control.
Families across the country. That is wrong. That's been our point since day one. We have to use our voices to stand up against it, and we will do everything
damn straight
to hold this administration accountable.
So, Congressman, you are sponsoring this legislation requiring that immigration enforcement agents have to show some identification of some kind. There have been concerns around the country about criminals potentially exploiting the fact that you have these masked agents running around, and criminals can potentially impersonate these agents.